welcome back everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed those last few videos I did while out in Carson City of the bird photography. Really enjoyed that. And this week we find ourselves back in a location I was back in 2023, Rock Canyon here in California, literally right across the border of Nevada into California. And today we're actually going to be hiking out that way. We will be hiking back to Nevada, photographing into California. Last time I was out here was February 2023, and this mountain out here that was completely covered with snow. So while we're up there, I'll also throw up the images I took back then so you can see the complete difference. Really curious what kind of shots we can get with a literally completely different scene, no snow. But also big news, got some new camera equipment, and today's on the maiden voyage, the first landscape photography with that. So I'm gonna make headway a little bit, get up this hill some, and then show you what I got. All right, we made some headway going up this mountain. Got a few hours for a sunset. So perfect spot, gorgeous place to stop and go over what it is I finally got. And that is the new Canon R5 MarkII. So excited. This is the maiden voyage on it for landscape photography. Had it for 4 days. Just really wasn't landscape photography weather, just straight blue skies. And I really wanted to get used to it. There's so many features on this thing. It's insane. After thinking about it for a long time, been wanting to get one for the past few years, just financially couldn't. I know I talk a lot about buying used gear, save thousands of dollars, and I'm a big advocate on that, and really geared towards new photographers. Don't really know what they're getting into, don't know if they're gonna really enjoy it. I always say to buy used, save a lot of money. You can really nice used equipment out there, especially even the older mirrorless cameras, if that's really what you want to go. But me, I've had plenty of time to think about it. The Canon 5D Mark III has been awesome for me. It's been there for me. It's durable. It's a workhorse. I mean, it's been beat around, and this thing, it's brand new. I've really been babying it, but I really don't know. I don't think it really can take the beating like a good old 5D can. I didn't want to spend too much time on it. I'm gonna go over some stuff. Number one thing, the autofocus on this thing is insane. It is night and day. And you're talking 14 years of technology between the 5D Mark III and this camera here. So quick, just grabs right onto your subject, the birds. In my last video I'd mentioned, for me, it's really hard, especially those little birds. They're so quick, and trying to predict when they're about to take off and trying to capture that action. The bigger birds, they usually give you a little bit of warning by kind of hunching down and getting ready for that takeoff. But the small birds, one flap of the wing, they're gone in an instant. And with this camera, no more. You're not going to miss it because they got something called, I forget what they call it, but everybody calls it pre-capture. You hold the shutter button halfway down as you're focusing on it, and it'll continuously be taking photos, but it's not writing it to the card. As soon as that bird takes off, as soon as you hit that trigger, the camera will record the previous 30 seconds or half a second before that shot. So you think you missed it, that bird's gone, but the camera's already captured what happened before you push that button. It's just insane. Electronic shutter, 30 frames a second or 20 frames a second, and mechanical shutter 12 frames a second. My 5D Mark III is only 6 frames a second on high speed. The 7D of mine is only 7 frames a second. It's like a machine gun. When the first time I used it, as soon as I hit that trigger, just it scared me. It just took so many photos. It's just insane. 45 megapixels. Canon 5D, I think is only, was it 22, I think, throw it up here. And then the 70 is only 18. So another awesome thing I really like, even though it only has 100 to 400, with that 45 megapixels, the cropability, to be able to crop in a lot more and still get a really nice image. So I'm really looking forward to see what it can do for me for my landscape photography. So I had to also buy the adapter ring so I could use my EF lenses, since these have the new RF mounts, and pay the extra money. Got the control mount, or whatever you want to call it, control ring, because the new RF lenses, they have a ring on the lens where you can actually assign functions to that ring. So right now I got it for my composition exposure right now. So as I'm holding it up, I can, as I'm focusing, I can spin it and change the exposure compensation while I'm shooting. So it's kind of nice. I ain't got to reassign my wheel or anything. Still trying to get everything in line where I want it. Spent a lot of money up front, but I got what I wanted, and I know I'm going to have it for a long time. But if you're getting new into photography and you're looking at mirrorless, they use the CF Express card, which the package I got came with a 256. I bought an extra, was it 128 gig? But the price of them, you're pretty much paying $1 per gig. So that 128 gig card, actually I think I paid about 150 for 128 gigs. So over $1 a gig. So think about that when you get into it. I think that's enough talking. Awesome camera. Let's get up the mountain and see what kind of landscapes we can do with this puppy. Forgot how tough that first little bit of that climb is. A little bit tiring, but we're only halfway up here in the view. We're actually going top of that hill. Got the smell of spring in the air, birds are chirping, everything's starting to bloom. Got my 100 to 400 on. Last one I was here, as I peaked that hill down there, just walking up this ridge line up this way. Right up here, about where I'm at now, there was 4 or 5 mule deer. I think it was mule deer. Took off, wasn't ready, so I had my camera in my bag this time. Ready to roll. Not gonna miss anything. Let's get up there. I hope he stays there. But oh, he just flew off. Right up in there, I think there's 2 of them. Oh, these trees right here. I know one, American kestrel, and I think there's 2 up there. I don't know if that's one up in the tree up there. Couldn't really tell when I took a picture and zoomed way in on it. But I'm gonna slowly make our way up there. See if we can get a shot of these guys. All right, tree right in front of me. It's not the American kestrel, which there is one up here. I don't know where he went, but this other bird, new one to me. Thought it might have been the mountain bluebird, which we found a couple days ago. But this one, from down there, looking up, I thought it might have been one of those black-billed magpies. Sounded just like it, about the same size. But we're gonna identify him real quick since I got some images of him. Let me pull this up real quick. Pull up the photo on my screen. Next, identify. That's the scrub jay? Well, yeah, I guess it would have been. Yeah, okay, from that distance, it's been a while since I've seen one. He's still down there, but we're gonna move on. All right, we have finally made it to the top. That climb was a lot more strenuous than I remember, or it's just been a while since I went on a decent hike. Like I mentioned before, a lot different landscape than it was last time out here. No snow whatsoever. I think way, way, way out there in the very high mountains. A little bit of snow on top, but like I said, completely different. This was all snow. Last time there were spots where we had over a foot of snow where we're at right now. So a lot more enjoyable for Harvey. Got this awesome looking mountain right here. We photographed last time we were here, and you got that ridge line. It starts way up here in the foreground, runs right into the big mountain, then down to the left. You got the big open valley with all those houses and different buildings and the roads, really showing the scale of all the hillsides and mountains around it. So we're definitely going to get pretty much almost like a panorama of that, wider shots of that mountain, closer up shots of the mountain. Back behind us already looking really nice. Some nice soft light on that. So let's break out new lens. I'll show you this new 24 to 105. Went ahead and splurged a little bit, got the kit because my current setup with the 24 to 70 and then 100 to 400, I'm missing that 71 to 99 pretty much. So this will cover the gap plus 5 extra millimeter. It is their L lens, f4, dirt. So f4, but doing landscape like this, very rarely, if ever, I use 2.8 unless you're doing astrophotography or something. I'll have to take that Tamron f2.8, pin it up against this, just do a test. That Tamron f2.8, that's a phenomenal lens. But like I said, this is a good just hiking around, just all around lens. Like I said, 24 all the way to 105. So let's get this baby thrown on, get some shots framed up and see what it can do. We're gonna move down off that hill, get down here because all those dead trees were in the way what I want to try to do. All right, grab my first image. Still trying to get used to it a little bit. It's a little bit different, but I like how touch screen, you can tap and focus from the screen, zoom in with your finger, so I ain't gotta push a little magnifying glass and zip in and check the focus. But I'm gonna grab another one because the one I just grabbed wasn't as good as light on that hill, getting nice light in that valley, lighting those houses. So we're gonna try again. ISO 100 f11 is showing a 30th of a second. So we're gonna grab that 2-second timer as usual. We'll see how that turns out. It's all the way back to 24 millimeter to get that whole valley. I'm gonna zoom in, try to get some tighter shots of that mountain. All right, we come back up on this hill, been running around, trying to get a panorama of this big valley with the mountain on the left. And the issue I was having, all of these dead trees down here, down there, just in the way. couldn't shoot as wide as I wanted. I think I'm in around 55. That's another great thing about this camera too. I'll pull it up on the info button. On screen right here, on screen itself, it'll show you exactly what focal length you're at. So right now, I shot that at 53 millimeter. I mean, it's not like it's that super important, but it's just cool so you can know exactly where you're at. Come back up here, zoomed in at 53 millimeter, and was able to cut out a lot of those dead trees. They're just aggravating. Far right side of the frame, you got the road going up through the valley. Mountains on the right, mountains off in the distance. Nice clouds in the sky. So pretty happy with that. We'll see how it turns out. Like I said, still getting used to this. You know, it's a camera and we're just shooting manual. Just getting used to how everything works on this. It'll get easier, but learning curve a little bit. Let's turn around, grab some images of this mountain behind us while it still has some light on it. Now look at that. I figured there was one up here. I just haven't looked, but there's a geocache. We'll open that. We'll check that out in a few minutes. But dead trees are so aggravating. Waiting for a little bit more light to come back on that mountain out there. I'm not worried about getting a big wide shot of it. One, all these stupid trees are in the way and they don't add anything to the photo. But also, without that snow or anything on it, it's not giving it too much character. But when that light's on it, that peak and above the peak, you know, all those really nice clouds. So more of a detailed shot, zoomed in all the way up 100. So just waiting for some of that light to do its thing on it. And as that light goes down further and further, the light on these mountains out here just looks softer and softer. We'll definitely take some more images out here. We'll have to throw the 100 to 400 on to get more detailed shots of these, because out of all those hillsides, you got all these rocky little cliff sides sticking out of the mountain that I love to photograph and get those detailed shots of the hills. But hopefully this mountain back here lights up soon before I lose any of that light. But that sun's up, still up pretty high, so fingers crossed, we'll see what we come up with. I'm not waiting on that light too much. I'll keep an eye on it, but the light back here on this main mountain is looking really nice, and I'm not gonna miss it because I'm waiting on something else. But just look at that light. All right, let's get some shots. Might have to get a couple more with 24 to 105, and then we'll break out that 100 to 400. All right, so we got the 100 to 400 on, scrolling around a little bit. Couldn't find the depth ring for the polarizer for this lens. Zoomed in, 325 it was at. Right side of that mountain, you got those cliff sides embedded into the mountain. Zoomed in, got I think a couple nice shots, we'll find out. And that light started, it's going in and out from behind those clouds. But It's trying to get nice light on again. Right on the top, right where I was shooting, there's this light brown, it's a real flat top. Kind of looks like they're doing some sort of construction or something. I don't know, but let's see if we can zoom in and find out. Yeah, it almost looks like they're doing some sort of construction up there. It's too flat and too nice the way it's rolled over the side. Let's take some more detail shots, look around, see what else we can come up with. All right, what I'm doing right now is a shot I took back in 2023. Those mountains way off in the distance were completely covered with snow. And right now I'm gonna work on taking the shot because the sun keeps going in and out behind those clouds, not really throwing any light on that valley and those buildings. But back in 2023, those mountains back there were just completely covered in snow. It looked really nice. Also, no snow this time, so kind of trying to frame up the same type of shot and just give a comparison. So it's pretty interesting night, just to, like I said before, just completely different landscape between snow, no snow, and just see how everything compares. This mountain, I think, regardless with or without snow, when that light hits it real nice, it's just really nice subject to photograph. But not 100% sure about this shot. I'm just curious, so we can compare the shots. So I'm gonna grab a couple, see what they come out like. Is looking really nice right now. What else can we? Right over here, I'm not walking over there. I'm tired of walking up and down these hills right now. But right over there, whoop, on the other side of this hill, all that farmland in nice green circles of all those fields, and it looks like they're watering one section. That actually looks pretty cool. Man, really nice light out here. What time is it? 6:55. Got about half hour or so before sunset. Oh. All right, let's attempt it. I was gonna throw my 24 to 105 on, and I'll just grab it. All right, we'll run over that hill, see what we can come up with. We grabbed the camera, just a 24 to 105. Don't have enough hands. I don't want to grab everything. Making our way to this hill, but look at the light on that mountain. I think we can make it. Let's try to make it. Might have to stop on the way and grab a shot, but let's get going. Look at the light on this mountain. The sky's gonna start getting really nice. And, ran all the way up here. All I do is grab the camera, tripod, and the video. Ran up here, and the battery, I'm gonna turn it off. The battery light's starting to blink, and my other batteries all the way on the other hill in my bag. But when I got here, I don't know how it's going to turn out. Had nice light on the mountains, still do. These rocks in the foreground. Got a little lower, got all those rocks in the foreground with mountains in the background. I was rushing, no idea how they came out, but just took a nice panorama of those mountains, zoomed in all the way at 105. I think those will come out pretty nice. So I didn't walk through that a little bit more. Battery is dying, and it's just trying to get what I could before it did die. Making our way all the way back over there to that hill that we ran down from. But look at the light on that mountain. I mean, the light is looking awesome. The clouds and that light. But my battery is so close to dying. Should just grabbed everything, but I ran. This is how all this goes. The light on the main mountain over there, really nice light in that. So we'll try to get back as fast as we can and hopefully grab a couple more images. All right, we made it back up off that hill. And as you can see, the light on that first mountain's pretty much non-existent at this point. All in all, I think it was a halfway decent night. A lot of rushing around, trying to learn a new camera. It was fun to use, got some learning to do on it, but I think we're gonna get some good results over time with it. Before it got too dark, I did want to hit this geocache, see what happens, see what's all in it. Looks like someone tried to build a nest down there. All right, I didn't bring anything this time, put anything in it. Hopefully they got a pencil in there, some crazy sunglasses. But what else we got? Wow, these really make that sky turn pink. Wow, sky looks nice in these. All right, I gotta take those off. Woo, they're all scratched. All right, there's a logbook, a couple, I don't know, looks like some bracelets or trinkets or something. I don't know. Almost looks like, who knows? There's like 4 of those. Gunnison Fire Rescue. Oh, well, that's Colorado. Has to be. Is there any Gunnisons in California? Dag Dizzle and the Cow Dogs. I don't know who that is. You see it? Yeah. There we go. Dag Dizzle. Find Our Adventures. Actually, I'm gonna take a picture of that and see where is my phone. Well, I hope my phone's over my bag because it's not in my pocket. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't drop it running up down that hill. My pocket's not the greatest right now. It's kind of ripped. Oops. Oh well. I don't worry about it right now. Anything I can do about it. Sign this book. So the last one is March 3rd, 2026. Today is April 5th. April 5th of 2026. And as usual, YouTube. All right, all signed. Those are always fun to find. All right, put that back where it was. There we go. Well, I hate to do this, but especially with the sky, the way it is, look at those colors, the texture, and the clouds. But as we were running over to that other hill, pretty sure my phone came out of my pocket as I was running over there. So now we got to go find it. Hopefully do, so I don't have to come back up here with my iPad, calling it and trying to find it. So let's do one more last check. Yeah, I didn't throw it in my bag or anything. well, that sucks. But all in all, I think we had a decent night. We'll see how the images come out. New camera, still learning it, like I said. So I'll get better at it. Look at that color. Whoop. Oh well, it is what it is. We can always come back up another night if I really feel like it. But until then, I'm gonna go find my phone. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. As you can see, it's pitch black, but we did find the phone. Went all the way back down to the truck, grabbed the tablet. Thank God we had service up here and was able to use a Find My app, except the phone was on vibrate. And thank God with that app, you can make it play a noise even if it's on vibrate, because I never would have found it. Obviously, it was face down, screen. Had my cousin, thanks Brandon, for just in case I need him to call the phone, and I would just had to look for a little faint bit of light. But we got it. I am wore out. It's almost 10 o'clock, and we got about a half mile or so to walk back down the hill. And that hill, the climb up, is about just over 1,000-foot gain and just over a half a mile. So I am wore out. Thank God we found it. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.